Thanks, Raj, for joining me with that. And now moving on. Now, lauding Prime Minister Narendra Modi as a great man, US President Donald Trump praised the outcome of the recent meeting between US Ambassador-designate Sergio Gor and the Indian leader. Addressing a joint news conference with FBI Director Kash Patel from the Oval Office on Wednesday, Trump reflected on India's leadership and its evolving global stance, particularly on oil trade with Russia. Responding to a question on Sergio Gor's discussions with PM Modi, Trump remarked, and I quote, "I think they were great. Modi is a great man. He, Sergio Gor, told me that Prime Minister Modi loves Trump." The president went on to express his admiration for India's political stability under Modi's leadership, recalling how the country once saw frequent leadership changes. Listen in.
Modi is a great man, that he loves Trump. Now, I don't know if the word love, I don't want you to take that any different. I don't want to destroy his political career, okay? But you have to understand, I've watched India for years. It's an incredible country. And every single year you'd have a new leader. I mean, some would be in there for a few months. And this was year after year after year. And my friend has been there now for a long time.
I have my colleague Aditya Vadhavan joining me now. Aditya, very interesting because Trump does not surprise us with his statements. And now, of course, he's all praises for Modi. What more can you tell our viewers?
Well, absolutely, Vaishali. Indeed, he has been repeatedly now saying that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a great leader, and we all know that even during his first term, for the first time he became the president of the United States. Both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump share a personal camaraderie between themselves, and however, there are some trade tensions going on between the US and India since the United States has imposed a 25% tariff. However, all is, still that regard for Prime Minister Narendra Modi doesn't go off air, and he has been saying that he looks forward to work with India and Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the coming times, and we could expect some robust Indo-US ties in times to come. And recently, US Ambassador to India, Sergio Gor, had also arrived in Delhi, where he met Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he also, told the line of US President Donald Trump when he said that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a great man, and he expects both the countries to work together in the years to come. Yes, Vaishali.
Aditya, stay on with me. Now, while US President Donald Trump stated that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has assured him that India would not stop purchasing oil from Russia, describing it as a big step in efforts to increase global pressure on Moscow. Trump made the remarks during a joint news conference with FBI Director Kash Patel at the Oval Office, where the two highlighted the administration's efforts to curb violent crime. Responding to a question on whether he viewed India as a reliable partner, Trump said, and I quote, "Yeah, sure. He is a friend of mine. We have a great relationship. I was not happy that India was buying oil. And he assured me today that they will not be buying oil from Russia. That's a big step. Now we've got to get China to do the same thing."
And he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon. And all we want from President Putin is stop this. Stop killing Ukrainians and stop killing Russians, because he's killing a lot of Russians.
Aditya, my colleague's back with me. Aditya, now their camaraderie between Modi and Trump, we do understand. But then is this indirect pressure on the Prime Minister to not do what he eventually wants to do? Is this Trump's indirect pressure on him? What do you think?
Well, Vaishali, he has been, pressurizing India, Trump, that India doesn't buy oil from Russia because that money is giving fuel to Russia's war on Ukraine, and he's been also asking several other countries also to do the same. Don't buy Russian oil and instead diversify the energy needs. But however, sometime back, when Ministry of External Affairs had done one press conference, and they clearly clarified that stance, that MEA, that India will definitely keep buy oil from wherever possible keeping in mind the energy needs of the people of India. So at this juncture, even after repeatedly when Trump made some threats that he would impose additional tariffs on India that if it continues to buy oil from Russia. However, India still has been
Aditya, I'll have
buying
to
oil
interrupt you.
from
I
Russia
have a
because
guest with me. I'll come back to you. Now, joining me is Brahmadeep Alyun, foreign affairs expert. Sir, now the point here is that, of course, we all know about the camaraderie between Prime Minister Modi and Trump and their friendship. But what I'm trying to see here is that, the kind of pressure that Trump is indirectly putting on PM Modi when it comes to oil trade with Russia. How do you feel about it?
Vaishali ji, Trump claim is completely false because Trump wants. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. All right, we'll try and get a guest back on the line. But now we are going to the next story.